Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide, the light that shines our way. Wherever you rock me, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, Nexa, Nexa,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Friday, February 3, 2023. In the headlines, DPP intends to fight for justice for Nixian Downs Clark by appealing the release of Alexander Clark. House of Nyabingi shares plans to celebrate Black History Month. Mike Sylvester says government's revenue collections surpassed targets for the month of January. In around the globe, regionally, Antigua to remove work permits for CARICOM nationals. Internationally, U.S. halts the China visit of its Secretary of State after spy balloon row. Plus, in the sports news, the Spice Boys to play Barbados national team. Good evening, I'm Kenroy Baptiste here at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Details right after this.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments. Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. Director of Public Prosecutions Christopher Nelson is convinced that justice will be served for Nixian Downs Clark. Here's the report.
All the evidence was properly recorded and available. It was only one aspect of the trial that was not available to complete the record. That being the case, we're of the view that the court should have considered the appeal on its merits based on what material is available, and to that extent make a decision in relation to the conviction and the sentence. We don't believe that you could simply discharge like that without addressing the conviction and the sentence. We must bear in mind that yes, the Court of Appeal has authority in relation to appeals before it, but we have a man who is still convicted and is still under a sentence of imprisonment. And to have him walking through without that being addressed, we think should not be allowed to stand.
That was Director of Public Prosecution Christopher Nelson on the recently filed application seeking leave to appeal the Court of Appeal's decision to declare a stay in the Alexander Clark appeal. Clark was released from the Richmond Hill prison last September after serving only 8 years for the gruesome death of his wife of 4 years, Nixian Downs Clark. The Court of Appeal declared a permanent stay in his appeal last September due to the unavailability of transcripts from the Supreme Court registry.
Our view is that there is a serious issue of law involved here, certainly as to how a Court of Appeal treats with a conviction convicted murderer against whom there is overwhelming evidence that he committed the offense. And where there is a technical defect in perfecting his appeal against that strong and powerful conviction, we think that's the issue. You can't just simply say, well, you cannot have your appeal heard, so go free, without addressing the conviction or the sentence. So we believe that there is merits in our appeal, and let's wait and see.
The Director of Public Prosecution believes that the Court of Appeal could have taken a different direction on the issue.
Even if one was to be charitable and say that this was a case of manslaughter, the penalty for manslaughter is life imprisonment. So either way, there is a substantial sentence still to be served.
Clark's attorney, Anselm Clouden, has expressed the view that the Privy Council will not interfere with the Court of Appeal ruling. However, DPP Nelson says that's left to be seen. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The images we're about to show you may be disturbing. Well, police say no charges have been filed against anyone in relation to an assault on a security officer attached to Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. Police confirmed the incident that occurred last Saturday after a boat cruise. The security detail received injuries that were treated at the General Hospital and released. Police say several individuals were detained for questioning and released without charge. The Grenada Broadcasting Network will continue following this story. Stakeholders are well on their way to including cultural elements into the school curriculum through inventory and instructive initiatives as part of the Proud of My Heritage project. More from Rena Pett Thomas.
The Grenada National Trust Fund is working with the Ministry of Education and UNESCO to integrate cultural elements within the school's curriculum. This is part of the educational component of the fund, Proud of My Heritage project, which looks at safeguarding tangible culture, heritage through inventory and educational initiatives. In August 2022, the Greater National Trust facilitated a workshop with teachers and educators to push the implementation of the educational aspect of the program in all schools. Fieldwork Coordinator Gloria Bonaparte spoke of training and how it paves the way for cultural preservation.
So, of course, the process can't stop there. Education is continuous, so we have already engaged the Ministry of Education. Conversations have begun with the Minister for Education and other curriculum officers so that they too we can get buy-in from them, because they are the ones that have to ensure that it gets into the school. We hope that eventually all schools in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit-Martinique, would have these cultural elements infused into the different subject areas.
Keisha Jellinos, Secretary General of the National Commission for UNESCO, underscores the importance of preserving cultural heritage for future generation.
UNESCO continues to support member states in safeguarding our intangible cultural heritage through inventorying and capacity building of community members on how to transfer knowledge, skills, and understanding of the meaning of ICH. We must remember that within communities, intangible cultural heritage can only be heritage when it is recognized as such by communities, groups, or individuals that create, maintain, and transmit it.
Marketing and communication agent for the project, Chrislyn Nashington, says the awareness campaign has been successful so far with 4 workshops, a photo competition, and the production of a 2023 calendar for the month of February. She spoke of their booth that will be at the Made in Grenada Expo.
We're having a booth at the Made in Grenada Expo from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Independence Day at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. This is where ICH will come alive. Think of it as being a mini museum. We're not taking your role, Angus. But it's going to be almost a mini museum of select ICH elements. We will be portraying jab, Shakespeare mass, short knee, drumming, as well as craft and boat building. And we have one of our technicians Congratulations here to Hira Vivek. She's working along with making this really come alive, and we're excited to be there.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Other news, Black History Month, celebrated throughout the month of February, is an annual celebration of achievements by people of African descent and a time for recognizing the central role of blacks in U.S. history. Christina John reports.
This year's theme, Black Resistance, recognizes Africans' resistance to historic oppression in pursuit of self-determination and equality. Nature Matthew from the House of the Nyabingi in Lamode, St. Patrick, says although the observance is based on American history, the celebration is significant to all Black people as it represents our sense of freedom.
Black History Month is an opportunity to highlight and celebrate the accomplishments made by Africans in this nation. Black History Month is about appreciating and recognizing key African achievements, honoring our ancestors and the hidden contributions, and a time of reflection on the work that has been done by Africans. Black History Month was founded in 1915 by Carter G. Woodson. It was first known as Negro History Week and has now evolved into Black History Month. It is used as a time to promote and educate people about Black awareness and culture.
This year, the celebration is being held in collaboration with Rastafari Organization for Centralization, the ROC. The organization will carry out different activities, part of which includes the distribution of vegetables to schools in St. Andrew and a visit to the Kadrona home.
On the 10th, we'll be at Grenville Car Park from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. On the 17th, we'll be at the Esplanade Mall in town from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. On the 25th, we'll be having Family Day at Moncraven Plainfield from 9 a.m. until. We encourage you to come out and support our Black consciousness movement.
Matthew says they would like government and NGOs to get on board in promoting our unique Black history. As part of the celebrations, they will also participate in the Independence Extravaganza to be held at the Grenville Bus Terminal on Monday, February 6th.
Moving forward, we would like to see the government and the private sectors being more involved in the movement and teaching of Black history, whether it be by giving sponsors, donations, or even having educational forums to help people be more aware about Black culture. And remember, without Black history, there will be no history.
Christina John, GBN News.
Still ahead in network news from the Grenadian capital, PS Mike Sylvester says government's revenue collections surpassed targets for the month of January. We'll be back.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles, and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can back myself. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Rise up. Together there's no limit to what we can do. Rise up. With no wings to fly. Rise up. And we're so high, enjoy the view. Rise up. Look, no wings to fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Paging all Grenadians at home and in the diaspora to be part of the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning for the future as we get ready to celebrate our 49th anniversary of independence. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Events to be observed for our 49th anniversary of independence include table tennis tournament at the CSA building, February 3rd and February 4th. Independence Calypso Finals, Sutter's Bus Terminal, 8 p.m. February 3rd, February 4th. Sports, open water swimming competition, Grand Mall Beach at 9 a.m. and beach tennis at Grandans Beach from 11 a.m. Also the Independence Boxing Tournament, February 4th, 8 p.m. at the Youth Center, National Independence Church Service, Grenada Trade Center, Sunday, February 5th, 3 p.m. National Colors Day, the Inter-Ministerial Display, and the 49th Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. at the Granville Burst Terminal, February 6th. Then the Made in Grenada Expo, Military Parade, and Rally, 10 a.m. at the Kenroy James Athletic Stadium, Tuesday, February 7th. Happy 49th, Grenada.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
You ate well, drank and indulged, laughed and had so much fun for the festive season. But now it's time. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Start the year right with your health as a priority. Cleanse and flush your blood, liver, and kidneys with quality herbs and supplements. Purchase one of our detox combo packs starting from $100. Purchase a full body detox pack starting from $500. Get 10% off on colonic irrigation. Get a chance to win a free colonic irrigation treatment and product coupons with every purchase. We are located in Grandans, minutes before the Food Fair Shopping Center, immediately opposite the old Capital Bank building in the Regency Commercial Suites. Give us a call at 231-6642 or 418-7115 or visit nirvana.gd for more info. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. This offer is valid until March 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily Pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play Pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're reporting the day's news. Welcome back. From February 1, government implemented some measures to reduce the cost of electricity for all consumers on the island. Value-added tax VAT on electricity consumption has been reduced from 15% to 7.5% across the board. While government is absorbing some of the costs for this to happen, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mike Sylvester, says government has countermeasures in place to help generate new revenues.
We also have countermeasures, as you are aware. There are some measures that will generate some revenues. So the increase in the VAT on sugary, sweetened beverages, if you want to call it, sugar-sweetened beverages, and you have other measures that the government will implement that will support in other words, balance the measure. So you're basically looking to have a revenue neutral effect. So we're going to have the VAT on a supply of lottery tickets by National Lottery Authority and the Win Lotto. There is a measure that was implemented since in 2014. That is a withholding tax on winnings above 10,000. So there's a 10% withholding tax that applies. That was never implemented. We are now going to implement that as part of IRD's work in terms of supporting the revenue generation and collection to actually pay for all of these measures.
Sylvester says so far revenue collections have surpassed government's targets for the month of January.
So on balance, I think we based on what we're seeing happen, in fact, for the first month so far, we are doing pretty well in terms of revenue collections. IRD has, in fact, collected almost 6 million more than the target, which is around 31 million. And that part of that is the amnesty as well, as you know, was implemented effective January. And so we are seeing some good revenues coming in from IRD and of course customs as well. They've almost, based on the last number, I think they were off by less than $1 million in terms of the target for January.
This one to report, Grenada launched its chocolate festival for the 10th year. More in this Rena Ped Thomas report.
The Grenada National Trust Fund is working with the Ministry of Education and UNESCO to integrate cultural elements within the school's curriculum. This is part of the educational component of the fund, Proud of My Heritage project, which looks at safeguarding tangible culture, heritage through inventory and educational initiatives. In August 2022, the Greater National Trust facilitated a workshop with teachers and educators to push the implementation of the educational aspect of the program in all schools. Fieldwork Coordinator Gloria Bonaparte spoke of training and how it paves the way for cultural preservation.
So, of course, the process can't stop there. Education is continuous, so we have already engaged the Ministry of Education. Conversations have begun with the Minister for Education and other curriculum officers so that they too we can get buy-in from them, because they are the ones that have to ensure that it gets into the school. We hope that eventually all schools in Grenada, Carriacou and Pitimatnik would have these cultural elements infused into the different subject areas.
Keisha Jelino, Secretary General of the National Commission for UNESCO, underscores the importance of preserving cultural heritage for future generation.
UNESCO continues to support member states in safeguarding our intangible cultural heritage through inventorying and capacity building of community members on how to transfer knowledge, skills, and understanding of the meaning of ICH. We must remember that within communities, intangible cultural heritage can only be heritage when it is recognized as such by the communities, groups, or individuals that create, maintain, and transmit it.
Marketing and communication agent for the project, Chrislyn Washington, says the awareness campaign has been successful so far with 4 workshops, a photo competition, and the production of a 2023 calendar for the month of February. She spoke of their booth that will be at the Made in Grenada Expo.
We're having a booth at the Made in Grenada Expo from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and on Independence Day at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. This is where ICH will come alive. Think of it as being a mini museum. We're not taking your role, Angus. But it's going to be almost a mini museum of select ICH elements. We will be portraying jab jab, Shakespeare mass, short knee, drumming, as well as craft and boat building. And we have one of our technicians here, Tahira Vivek. She's working along with making this really come alive, and we're excited to be there.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The new UNICEF representative to Grenada and the Eastern Caribbean has presented his letter of appointment to Minister for Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, Joseph Andel. Christina John is going to tell us about that.
Mr. Peter Bolt, who is based in Barbados, began his appointment as the United Nations Children Fund representative for the Eastern Caribbean in August 2022. He serves 12 countries, the 8 Eastern Caribbean states, as well as Barbados, the British Virgin Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Earlier this week, the new UNICEF representative to Grenada and the Eastern Caribbean presented his letter of appointment to Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Andel. Mr. Andel conveyed Grenada's gratitude for the assistance and support given to schools, including the provision of tablets to students during the COVID-19 pandemic. He also conveyed gratitude for the advice and advocacy provided, the inclusion of children during the climate change negotiation. UNICEF influenced, lobbied, and advocated for the inclusion of children and youth as a specific group in major climate change policies, such as the Nationally Determined Contribution, the NDCs. As a result, Grenada and St. Lucia included children and youth in their revised NDCs. UNICEF also assisted the Spotlight Initiative, which works on alleviating family violence and violence against women and girls. This initiative operates through small grants, assistance from the European Union. Grenada was praised by Mr. Bolt for its high school enrollment rate, and he pledged to focus on alleviation of children on the brink of poverty and on early childhood intervention where social workers can be trained. He said a model will be developed for Grenada based on what already exists in the country. Mr. Bolt will visit early childhood schools while in Grenada. Christina John, GBN News.
Simply a beautiful moment when parents spend invaluable time with their children. It's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
The Independence tributes keep coming in. In tonight's eyesore, parents of students at the South St. George Government School joined them in the classroom to sing independence songs. Our citizen journalists submitted their rendition of Fair Isle by Mark Adrian. Grenada celebrates its 49th anniversary of independence on February 7th. Send us your photo and video submissions on WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
When we return, Carvelette replaces Ruth Elizabeth Rouse as new secretary to the cabinet.
Celebrate 49 years of independence with LA Purcell. When you shop at our stores, save big on lumber, hardware, and furniture. When you shop from January 26th to February 6th, visit our stores today and check out our specially marked items. Price to go. Don't miss out on this independence sale. 49 years never felt so good at your favorite LA. Shop today and save the LA way.
St. Paul's Sports, Cultural and Development Organization presents the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza on Sunday, 5th February 2023 at the St. Paul's Community Center starting at 12 noon. Enjoy the widest selection of local foods, craft exhibition, art display, local handmade jewelry and more with performances by Solid the Band, Octane Band, Thamara St. Bernard, Jonathan Francis, Shireen Brazan and Matthias Williams, Tara Eastman, Jay McDonald, Shoshana McMeo, Smokey, Chain, Conception Dance Theatre, Carriacou Shakespeare Mass, Shortney, St. Paul's Government School, Co-op Bank Comancheros, Lion Pride Percussions, Aquino Romaine, plus a special guest performance by Lavaman, powered by Judah Sounds. Dress in your national colors.
Land of my birth.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building, and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money
level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Rep your colors. Hot 98 presents the 473 Colors Boat Ride. Going on Saturday, 4. Get your tickets now at gotofed.com for only $65. Food included. But in time 7 p.m., the boat sails at 7:30. Music on board by 98 DJs plus other guest DJs.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Wreck your colors on the boat, cause this one here is gonna be epic. Lock the date, Saturday, February 4th, Hot 98, 473 Colors Boat Ride. Don't you miss this.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
This is News at 7. Government appointed Cavalette to the post of Secretary to the Cabinet, replacing Ruth Elizabeth Rouse, who served in the position from January 6, 2020 until her retirement on January 27, 2023. Ms. Lett's appointment took effect on January 30, 2023. Here's what we can tell you. The new Cabinet Secretary comes to the position with extensive public service experience, having served diligently in various capacities over her 30-year career, including Deputy Comptroller at the Grenada Customs and Excise Division and Program Coordinator at the Division of Culture. Most recently, Ms. Lett held the position of Acting Permanent Secretary with responsibility for national security, home affairs, information, and disaster management. She holds a Master of Business Administration from St. George's University and a Diploma in General Management from the University of the West Indies. Residents of Clark's Court Bay area in Woburn, St. George are hoping that their cries for road improvement will reach the relevant heirs. Christina John spoke with some residents about their concerns.
One of the pressing issues many motorists say they are faced with is a deplorable road network. Strange as it may seem, it can affect the livelihood of citizens compared to other issues which would have taken precedence in the past. GBN's news team was called in by villagers of the Clark's Court Bay area in Woburn, St. George to see what their road condition is like. They say the road is dry, the challenge is with dust. But when it rains, it makes traversing impossible.
I'd say that in terms of the road condition is due to the heavy machinery that passes here, heavy big trucks, and what really affects me is not that much per se, but I saw others that are driving, it's a bit hectic for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they do. Instead of put good binding, they put mud. So when vehicle pass now, all mud pelting out.
On the side, they have a little lake there, the whole road just full, so it cannot go out. And then after, with the marina fix, there's a mud zone. So when you walk in, you can't go out. Sometimes you have to wear slippers when you try to wash your foot. But you can't go out when the rain falls. Children can't go to school, people can't go to work. And there's a big humbug. Because if you have to go in town now, if rain falls, can go out there without a vehicle.
One small business owner said this is even impacting their little income.
A little shop, a little parlor, which we just do things, but we cannot do it because of the dust. When outside it's very dry, we cannot do nothing. We just do like a barbecue, fried chicken or what, but we cannot do it no more because of the dust, how they put the mud. When it's dry, we cannot do nothing, and it's affecting us a lot because I myself have sinus, and it affects me a lot. So I wish they could do something good and help us out in the situation so that people can live better.
And they should fix the road, make it more better, because now every time like outside dry, the dust always blowing up and affecting us. Sometimes right through the day we have people that a host of dust outside, you know. So I wish they could fix the road now and make it more better for us. So they blame
the road condition on the movement of heavy equipment through the community. They told GBN, a promise was made to have the road resurfaced following construction of a nearby project. However, to date, this never materialized.
Whenever they're doing the marina, they say they would have fixed it afterwards, but nothing so. But when it rains, it's very bad. For me, I drive in, but for other people what walking, it's really bad for them. More down at the bottom, you have where the water mostly settle. So if they could put a drain, it must be easier. So whenever people walking in and out, it'll be good for them.
Our news desk sought feedback from the management at the Clark's Court Bay Marina and was told discussions are presently ongoing at the management level to have the situation rectified. Christina John, GBN News.
We return to an earlier story. Grenada launched its chocolate festival for the 10th year. Rina Thomas tells us more.
Grenada's chocolate is prepared to take the spotlight as the 10th Chocolate Fest celebration preparation begins. All things cocoa, including treaty bar made with Grenadian chocolate, will be on display. Grenada's Chocolate Fest is an annual week-long festival that will be held from the 16th through the 21st of May this week. The Grenada Tourism Authority and the stakeholders within the chocolate industry officially launched this year's event this week at Bay House, Grenada. Renata filled in on behalf of organizers of the Chocolate Fest spoke of the event.
Cocoa, chocolate, and rum are key industries in Grenada. And all of this is made possible, of course, by our incredibly hardworking cocoa farmers, chocolatiers, and rum industry workers who I give great thanks. Let's make the 10-year anniversary the year we modernize and transform the cocoa industry to reflect the dynamic businesses that have evolved here in Grenada. In 2023, let's help make the Caribbean the capital of cocoa and chocolate. In Grenada, let's work at the highest level to make this happen regionally and internationally.
Agriculture Minister Adrian Thomas spoke about the great potential Grenada has in exporting products made from cocoa to the international market.
I always wish for the day when we will be able to export processed and value-added product from the cocoa. Because while we produce the cocoa here, the millionaires are being created out there. We want to turn this around. And the potential of cocoa in Europe and North America, we're not really enjoying it in Grenada. So I want to encourage you, what you are doing there is creating the value-added product that can leave Grenada not in cocos bag as we see, and export the cocoa and its product, fine bottles, the blue bottle across there. I'm seeing the food there. I'm seeing the bars of chocolate there. Once we can export cocoa in that form, I think we're on the right track.
Here are some of the products that were displayed at the launch.
We have our local rum, which is the White Jack, with a mix of chocolate as well as cocoa liqueur. So it is to commemorate the 10th year anniversary of the Chocolate Festival.
Belmont Estate has lots to offer, especially for this year's Chocolate Festival. Our day is the 17th of May, and we'll be highlighting our traditions, cocoa traditions. And you know, at Belmont Estate, we try our very best to keep authentic and showcase all that Grenada has to offer.
Our concept is bringing high mixology cocktails available to everybody. And here on the table today, we've got our three main products, which is RT Negroni, which is a mix of a Negroni with chocolate.
This year, again, we're going to be taking part in the Chocolate Festival, where people can come down to our chocolate factory and have a chance to make their own chocolate truffles. And these are truffles that will be infused with different rums from every rum producer that we have in Grenada using Tri-Island chocolate.
Over the years, the festival has curated a collective of authentic experiences with chocolate made from the island's world-renowned fine-flavored cocoa. For GBN News, I am Rina Thomas reporting.
Can munch on some chocolate right now. All right, sports news coming up next. Spice Boys to play Barbados national team.
we support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Guelph. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500. or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building, and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
Sporting fans, good evening. Grenada National Senior Men's Team, Spice Boys, will participate in a series of international friendlies as they prepare for the second leg in the CONCACAF Nations League. Grenada will play USA on March 24 at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. GFA's communications officer, Ria Murray, tells us more.
The Grenada Football Association is happy to announce that it has secured a number of friendlies for our Spice Boys ahead of their encounter against the USA on March 24. So the Barbados national team will be here for 3 matches on the 22nd, 24th, and 26th of February. The first match on the 22nd is carded for Fur at 7 p.m. Then the 24th, it's at Victoria Park at 7 p.m. And then we go to Guave at Cuthbert Peters Park on the 26th at 4 p.m. Now, admission at the door is $15 for adults and $5 for children. So we're encouraging everyone to come out and support the Spice Boys, see them in action in preparation ahead of March 24th when they will face the USA in League A of the CONCACAF Nations League. We have also made contact with a team in Trinidad in the Premier League as well as the St. Lucia men's national team, and once confirmed, we would let the general public know.
Well, the ring is all set and the boxers are ready as the Grenada Boxing Association on Saturday will stage its Independence boxing match in light of Grenada's 49th anniversary of independence. Sebastian Steele is head coach of the Boxing Association.
Choose to take the opportunity to give our boxers that national pride to celebrate our country's 49th year of independence by having this branded tournament called the Independence Boxing Tournament. So tomorrow night from 7 o'clock, we expect to see boxers from across the nation of Greater Carriacou and Petit Martinique participating in this boxing ring that we are constructing, where the boxers will get an opportunity to demonstrate their skills and their technique, and to show the Grenada people that boxing is well and alive in Greater Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Well and alive indeed. Steele highlights some of the boxers who will be in action on the day.
We have our Commonwealth boxers who are at the Commonwealth Games in Australia. That's Joshua Redhead. And we have Cameron Moses, who are at the Commonwealth Games just a few months ago in England. They are the main feature bout. Our two Commonwealth boxers will be participating, along with boxers from the various gyms across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Carriacou has 7 boxers on show tomorrow night.
It is a packed sporting weekend for the Ministry of Sports with several sporting activities to be held. Here's an update from Karine Maureen Alexander, Communications Officer in the Ministry of Sports.
Here are the results from the Subway Secondary Schools basketball tournament held yesterday in the female division semi-finals. GSS came up against McDonald College. GSS scored 16 points and McDonald College 14. Game MVP Rishana Francis of GSS with 5 points, 15 rebounds and 6 steals. On the Carnage hardcourt, St. Joseph's Convent St. George's came up against Anglican High School. St. Joseph's Convent St. George's scored 24 points and Anglican High School 16. Game MVP Ania Francis of Anglican High School with 12 points. Male semifinals took place today at the Carnage hardcourt. GBSS came up against McDonald College and Presentation Brothers College versus Grenville Secondary School GSS. Female finals of the Subway Secondary Schools basketball tournament takes place on Monday 6th, where St. Joseph's Convent St. George's comes up against Grenville Secondary School, and male finals on Wednesday 8th February 2023. All matches at the Carnage. This weekend is a packed weekend in sports as a number of additional independent sporting activities gets on the way. The 49th anniversary Independence Table Tennis Open Tournament involving top Grenadian and Vincentian players. The action began on Friday evening at the Public Workers Union building and continues on Saturday morning from 10 a.m. Swimming action will take place at the Grand Mall Beach from 9 a.m. Briefing of the swimmers will take place from 8:30 a.m. Over 40 swimmers have registered for that tournament. The competition accommodates ages 8 to over 50. On Saturday evening at the Youth Center, the boxing ring will come alive as another sporting activity to commemorate the 49th Independence Anniversary celebrations. Boxing begins at 7 p.m. at the Youth Center. This has been your sporting update. I am Karine Maureen Alexander reporting.
The West Indies women's team management believes that all all the pieces for a successful T20 World Cup run are coming together ahead of the tournament's February 11th start. The rest of the details in this report.
We are aware that Stepani has been out injured for quite some time, I think since October, since the New Zealand series. So she has been progressing. We have been working with her towards the back to play, in her back to play routine. And she's almost there, so we are just waiting for the final assessment from the medical team and to give a clearance.
The team is also populated by future prospects from the ranks of the Under-19 Rising Stars, all selected for what they can potentially bring to the seniors.
Seda James is a left-hand batter and a left-arm orthodox bowler. So we thought that that is something that brought some strength, additional strength to our team because we don't have many left-handers. Trishan Holder, who is one of the young players we have seen now, who is a powerful striker of the ball. And we think that, we looked at her particularly in the England series, and we feel she is well suited to T20 cricket. And the third one is Janaba Joseph, who I think we would also remember from the T20, from the England series, who a competent batter and a batting all-rounder. She bowled some seamers, and we felt that these three players will easily and competently fit into the World Cup team.
The Windies women are on a run of 13 straight T20 international defeats. Despite this, head coach Courtney Walsh says they remain focused.
No, they're not low on confidence. I'm obviously disappointed with the results. We treat each game as a new game. I'm trying to get the best done, but obviously disappointment. But obviously with everything behind us now, I think everybody's focusing on the World Cup. And as I mentioned earlier, it's a World Cup, it's the biggest stage, so this is where it's really going to count and matters a lot more.
He's anticipating the team playing into form at just the right time in South Africa.
I think if we have everyone fit enough and everybody play to the true potential that we know they can play, we have every chance of doing very well in the World Cup. On the day we can beat any team. And as the lead selector mentioned, is who wanted most. And I think with the string of results we have had, the girls are getting hungrier to turn that around. And it might not be a bad thing if we can hit the ground running from the first game to get going.
Finally, in the sports news, Patrick Vieira says he's troubled by the lack of black managers in the English Premier League and Women's Super League. The Crystal Palace boss, 46, was named on the Football Black List this week, an award that recognizes the efforts of black figures working in the sport. Vieira is the only black manager to be leading a club in the top flight of men's or women's football in England. The Football Black List, first published in 2008, highlights black history, black industry professionals who are positive influences. A report published in October revealed that 43% of Premier League and 34% of EFL players were black, but only 4.4% of managers. Further statistics showed that 14% of those with top coaching qualifications and a UEFA Pro license are black. And listen to this, and of those in executive, leadership and ownership positions in football, only 1.6% are black. The figures showed the Football Association's Diversity Code, a directive launched in 2020 to tackle racial inequality in the English game, had failed. That's the sports news for now. Stay with us. A student at a secondary school in Guyana has been expelled after she violently assaulted a teacher. More in this HGP TV report.
Recent physical and verbal assaults towards teachers in schools across Guyana continue its rapid upward trajectory. On Wednesday afternoon, a female teacher at the Lebon Intention LBI Secondary School, East Coast Demerara, was physically assaulted by a female Form 5 student after she instructed her to desist from using her cell phone during class. The teacher in question, who spoke under anonymity, related the incident to 90 News via telephone.
I asked her to put it away several times. She did not. I ended up seizing her phone and told her that her parents would have to come and uplift the phone. I went out for lunch after the class, came back. She came to me like twice in a bullying way, asking for the phone.
The teacher alleged that she repeatedly told the student that her parents should visit the school to uplift the phone. Just after school dismissed at about 14:30, the educator was attacked while leaving the compound.
After school and I was leaving the building, she was at the gates waiting on me. I walked past the gate, she kept walking in front of me. I asked her to stop walking in front of me. As I was about to enter the car, she pushed me. I pushed her aside so I could go inside the car. And as I turned my back, that is when I realized she pulled my hair.
Two other teachers witnessed the ordeal, intervened and pulled the student away. The assault resulted in the teacher receiving a swollen face and having a portion of her hair yanked out. A report was made to the District 4 Regional Education Officer, and the matter was also reported to the Betafawaktin Police Station. Following a meeting with the student, her parent, the affected teacher, and a senior welfare officer on Thursday, at the Department of Education, a decision was taken to expel the student. The teacher proceeded on 5 days medical leave. When 90 News visited the institution on Thursday, the principal was not open to commenting on the issue, informing that it is being addressed by the Education Department. Efforts to contact the Regional Education Office proved futile. This incident comes weeks after two primary school teachers were assaulted by parents. A teacher at a primary school on the east coast of Demerara was also recently assaulted by the head teacher.
The government of Antigua and Barbuda says it is engaging in discussions to remove work permits for nationals of CARICOM countries and the Dominican Republic. More in this report.
Government is taking strides to cement its promise to remove the requirement for work permits for nationals of CARICOM and the Dominican Republic. Lawyers within the legal department of the Ministry of Legal Affairs and experts within the Immigration Department and the Ministry of Labor are in discussion to make the process seamless. Information Minister Honorable Melford Nicholas says the Chief Immigration Officer and her team had previously presented a framework for consideration.
So much of the work and much of the consideration is already in train. I think we had to look at the implications for that framework that has been represented. And once the legal team inside the Ministry of Labor and the Attorney General's office have looked over these measures, then we will certainly receive the recommendations back in Cabinet, which I'm sure will get consent after due consideration.
He says a decision on the matter is likely to be made shortly.
I think we are maybe a week or two away, because if I know very well, the Minister of Labor is keen that we should move ahead with this particular matter very quickly. So once they have completed their deliberations based on the framework that the Immigration Office has presented, we will be in a position to move towards its consideration and hopefully swift implementation.
Meanwhile, the Cabinet agreed that the CARICOM treaty requirements will continue, including the 6 months entry allowance for visitors from the CARICOM states.
Further afield, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has postponed his trip to China after a Chinese spy balloon flew across the U.S. A senior State Department official said conditions were not right for what would have been the first high-level U.S.-China meeting in China in years. A Chinese apology was noted, the official said, but described the balloon as a clear violation of sovereignty and international law. The visit was to come amid fraying tensions between the U.S. and China. America's top U.S. diplomat was set to visit Beijing to hold talks on a wide range of issues, including security, Taiwan, and COVID-19. But there was consternation on Thursday when U.S. defense officials announced they were tracking a high-altitude surveillance balloon over the United States. All right, stay with us. We'll be back to remind you of the headlines in a moment. Continued programming on GBN following the news. A reminder of the headlines. DPP intends to fight for justice for Nixian Downs Clark by appealing the release of Alexander Clark. House of Nyabingi shares plans to celebrate Black History Month. Mike Sylvester says government's revenue collection surpassed targets for the month of January. In around the globe, regionally, Antigua to remove work permits for CARICOM nationals. Internationally, U.S. halts the China visit of its Secretary of State after spy balloon row. Plus, in the sports news, Spice Boys to play Barbados national team. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste, inviting you to tune into the Weekend Review on Sunday if you can. We'll see you soon. Have a great weekend. Good night.